Happy Friday! Welcome to RW Embroidery and Crafts, and today I will be talking about my don'ts when setting up your Uninet Icolor 560. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm using my phone again because I'm just struggling with this video camera. I think I'm just gonna break out my camera one day. But welcome to R&W Embroidery and Crafts. So I purchased the Uninet Icolor 560 because I want to start doing DTF. They're adding it to my business for t-shirts. But this is this is day 4. The first day I unpacked it. The second day, as I worked, I tried to figure out everything. What I'm going to do is tell you the things that I ran into trying to figure out the machine. They do give you, now, I didn't buy the bundle. I just brought the actual printer. So I'll show the printer right here. Oops, that's not it. I'll show the printer right here. So I just brought the printer, okay? Bear with me, guys. Because, as I said, it was a steep price. But I think it's well worth it. So I only brought the printer. I didn't buy anything extra, which means that I didn't have paper. So I started researching for paper that I thought I can get cheaper, but you can't. It's just, the paper is really expensive. It's $200 for probably 100, but you got to have an A and a B to marry them. That's a whole different story. But I found paper. I found this paper right here. It's just one step instead of 2 steps. So I purchased it. Actually, it was $80. That's still kind of expensive. Because I was just like, let me just practice on something cheaper than actually wasting a lot of money. So, on that note, this is what I came across. When I first got the printer, just to let everybody know in case they don't know, I guess they put their own Wi-Fi password in there to test the machine. I'm just guessing. Like I said, I guess. So when I went to turn on the machine, when I went to go turn on the machine, there was a password in there, but I didn't know it because I had to get tech support. So I kept putting in my password. It wasn't going nowhere. No, it wasn't going anywhere. So I was like, well, I'll just use the cable and click it to my laptop, because my laptop, it's just for the printer, because you have to have a Windows. You can't use a Mac. So for DTF, that's my understanding. I'm still learning. I'm still in DTF school. So that was my first challenge, okay? But as long as I got it to work, I didn't print anything out because I didn't have any paper. The paper came the next day. But they answered me and they said, oh, take the left arrow on the printer and let's see. Like I said, I'm on my cell phone. So this right here, just keep hitting it, and until you get a blank space. When I got mine, it had stars in it, so that meant there was a password in there. And I'm assuming they test it before they send it out. So that was my first challenge right there. The password that I didn't know was in there. So make sure you do that. If there's stars in there, oops, I didn't mean to do that. If there's stars in there, you gotta erase it sounds like common sense. Maybe because I'm older, I don't know. I try to stay with the technology, but common sense, it wasn't, not for me. So that was my first challenge. Due to the fact that I didn't have any paper, day 2, my paper came in. I downloaded the software, I registered, and I enrolled in a master class. My advice from my experience is start the master classes before you do anything. because a lot of stuff that he mentioned in that class, he went over that I was struggling with. And what I was struggling with the one of the things I was struggling with the Pro Rip Essentials was when you download it, there's one that it comes with a flash drive. I guess that was the prior years. This one, you just download the software off the website. So I did, but it was two. Not reading, I didn't pay attention. One didn't have essentials, so I downloaded the wrong one that needed I call it a flash drive, that needed the flash drive. So that was my struggle for day 2 because it would not communicate with the printer. I did a test sheet, and that went fine from my laptop, but when it came for me to print something to here, it wasn't communicating. So I didn't want to contact tech support because that's who I am. I'm gonna figure this out. Day 3, I was working, reading, going through everything, trying, doing everything. What I did was when I put in the wrong software, the printer that came up is it wasn't Icolor 560, it was Ricoh, Ricoh? I don't know how you say it. That's what came up, and I was like, well, that's the only new printer that's on my laptop, so I just assumed that was it. So that was my first problem. So if that comes up, got the wrong software. So I decided to uninstall the software, and then I went back to the master class, and I went back to the printing part, and it says it right there. There's 2 softwares. You gotta make sure you get the right one. So I installed the right one, and then what popped up? Icolor 560. Bam! So I got a print last night. Well, I don't even say last night. It was like 3 o'clock this morning. I printed out this one because I got my paper. And this one is just one step. You print it, you put it on the shirt. Of course, I was so tired, so I didn't print it on the shirt. You're supposed to do it right away. That's my understanding. But I was like, I'd rather mess around with this paper than to mess around with the more expensive one. Okay, so I want to have it down before, at least the basics down, before I mess around with the more expensive paper that I end up buying. So I end up buying the expensive paper. So it should be coming today, I believe. But I want to play with this one step paper first. Okay. Let's see. What I want to make sure you guys know all of these little things because they're very important. And I think if I had, which I don't have any orders, if I had an order, it would have set me back. So if this helps anybody, just make sure I suggest watch the master class first. At least up to the printing part and the installation part. Yes, I did use this. I used this. This is what I went off of mostly. And another thing that I was struggling with, the serial number. The serial number is on the outside of the box. Mine was at the top of the box. So I was looking for the serial number. I thought the serial number was the activation number. But no, there's an actual serial number on your box when you get it. I did keep my box because in case I have any issues, I can reuse the box and mail it back to them. So my box is in storage. I sent that to storage. What else did I encounter? I talked about the paper, I talked about the Wi-Fi, I talked about I think that's about it. So it took me 3 days to get this working. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna print one, just so you guys can see it. Oops. I'm going to print one. And like I said, I am working on my cell phone. So this was pretty much just to the do's and don'ts, or what to expect when you first get your Icolor 560, what not to do, so you won't be wasting time, because I wasted I would say 3 days trying to figure out something that if I would have went to the master class, it was right there. And the master class has 2 sections, one for the older model, I'm assuming, or the people who use the flash drive, and then the people who just gotta download the software. So there's 2 parts to that one too. So this is what I'm going to print out because it's Halloween, and I'm gonna put it on a kid's shirt because I got plenty of kids shirts that I can play around with and mess up, so no loss there. So I haven't really played around with the actual software, but I know I can print, and then I'm gonna go ahead and print it out and pray it printed last night that it works. Okay, so there it goes. We'll see. I just want to hear it, so I'll put it right here. And that's a good sign. Processing. It's a good sign. And with this paper, what I did discover last night is this paper, it takes it a little bit longer. So I guess that's a downfall, but so it's still processing, and pay attention to how long it takes for this particular paper to go through the whole system. And I'll make sure. It takes a minute, so oopsie, look at that. Out of paper bypass, but I should be on tray 1. Okay, give me a second. Oh, I'm not. So let me reprint it. Sorry guys. I'm gonna figure out how to do this YouTube video thing. So I changed it to tray number 1. Let's see what happens. Here we go. See. Still seeing. See, here we go. Out of paper bypass. Okay, well, I'll use the bypass then. Let's see. It says printing. Okay. And here we go. There's the picture. These are from Icolor. They sent them. So my printer is up and hot. This only takes, what does it say? Temperature is 375 for 10 seconds. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause and go ahead and over there and press this out and see how it comes out. me luck. So that was a fail. That was a total fail because, and I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this because dummy me, when I took the paper out the tray to bypass it, I didn't put it face up. So look where my it's it's glued to the dangle press. Oh my God, I wanted a new press anyway. Okay, that concludes this failed project. But I will figure it out. Now I need to figure out how to get that off. Okay, guys, thank you. This was all about me learning, me sharing, and I shared my boo-boo because I wasn't paying attention. So, on that note, have a happy Friday. Be safe. And it's a learning experience, and we learned. My boo-boo. Bye-bye, guys.